Excuse me. I believe you have my stapler.
Fight!
Staple versus. All right, so we have a new thing this week.
What?
The winners, because of a suggestion, I think, from Gwen and actually from Lowery doing the placing the crown on his head last week. We have crowns. We have these nice crowns, if you're on the YouTubes, and it has 3 out of the... We should color the other gems different colors. Crowns that the winner for that week will wear the crown and make the argument for the current week.
I either look like the king from the Robin Hood,
no,
with
you look
the
like
fox, or I look like a Saudi prince.
No, I was thinking from Monty Python. You look like the king.
I can do that too. Yeah.
All right, so we will do the results, and the winner of last week's voting will get to wear the crown.
Oh, it's not
Lowery
me.
is
I know
predicting.
All right, I'm putting this.
Predicting him. So
Last
last
charm
week,
against heroic intervention. Come on,
heroic intervention. All
I'm
right,
not that delusional.
Hey, there was some argument. I had, dude. It's
I had
fucking
plenty
Discord.
of
So let's start with Discord.
Yeah.
Discord voted 55% for Boros charm. Fuck you, Discord. Fuck you.
What are you doing?
Fuck you. Just kidding. I love you guys. But I had lots of arguments with that.
Yeah, you did.
It was funny because everyone's just like, sounds like you're losing. I'm like, no, I just like to have arguments with you guys with it. Then we go to Twitter. 55%. So we had 55% for the Discord. 55% of the votes went to heroic intervention.
Okay.
All right.
It's highly, Twitter's going to have more votes.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
A little bit.
That's
maybe
okay.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
YouTube is our big guy. So that's the one that matters the most. And YouTube with 70% of the votes went to Bora Heroic Intervention. Yes, I will wear my crown this week because YouTube is the king of that. 63% of the votes went to
King of the castle.
This is fucking weird. I don't know how to do my headphones. How do
I think it just fits over the headphones now.
You might be right. Hang on, let me take this off here.
You don't even know how to be a king. How about you just...
No, that doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work for you? It works for me.
How about put it over your headphones?
Yeah, it just sits really nice.
you have your like little...
Yeah, it's just really nice
hood.
on there.
Hood.
I'll pretend to be the king for you this time. Okay. How about that? I don't like that idea.
There we go. I got it.
Okay.
There we go. I got my crown on. It
All
works. All right. You're a little distant because my headphones aren't as close to my ears.
You just look like a person who drinks Pabst instead of like Bud Light or something. That's...
Look at these little gems. These are sweet, dude.
They're cute.
All right, so each week, the winner will wear the crown for that week, and we'll pass this crown around. So, good suggestion. I like it because
it looks great.
Like
looks
I
great.
look like a douche.
Yeah, you do.
All right, Larry. What is our 2 battles for this week? What are we? Staple versus?
All right, so Adam's going to be doing Inspiring Statuary. He is going to talk about that after I talk about Honor Worn Shaku, which is 3 colors.
What is that card?
Honor Worn Shaku. You don't even have to. I did a curated on it like 2 months, like a couple. Yeah.
No one watches that.
Oh, God. Okay. 3 colorless artifact. It taps for colorless, and then you can tap a legendary permanent to untap it. And so this allows you to be able to tap your like planeswalkers. And this goes, they're both colorless. And so we're talking about any deck that we can fit this in. We're talking about, planeswalkers,
a lot of them.
creatures, equipment, are in legendary enchantments. You can even tap on legendary lands to untap the Honor Worn Shaku.
How many legendary enchantments or equipment there are compared to just regular equipment?
What?
I'm just saying, like,
what are we talking about?
Okay, I haven't got to mine yet.
You want? We could talk about Umazo's Jit is a legendary equipment.
Sure.
Yeah, there's
But
plenty of them.
I have the options of all the equipment because I can use them at my disposal
You could.
with Inspiring Statuary because it is 3, the same amount to come out. So it's not necessarily a mono rock where I can't tap it.
Yeah.
But my non-artifact spells I cast have improvised. So I can tap that same equipment to pay for 1 mana.
For a non-equipment card.
For non-artifact cards.
Yep. But I mean, it can't be like if you're an equipment deck.
Right. But so things we have to think about here. Yes, we are both talking about artifacts.
Yep.
Well, we either are playing a deck that has a shit ton of legendaries because why would you play your card if you didn't have legendary creatures or cards?
That disagree. Fully disagree. You don't have to have a shit ton of that stuff. All you have to do is have stuff.
3 mana colorless mono rock.
Yeah,
mine at least I can go half and half with artifacts and non-artifact spells, and I can play a lot of token stuff like clues. I can use those clues.
You mean food? Food's probably a blooder.
Food. No, food is not a part of that because it is a tap ability with it. Treasure tokens actually work too because I can use the treasure to use it for the improvise while not sacrificing. So I keep the
That's a really good point. Use mana to create mana. You have the treasures. It's fine. You can just use the treasures.
I'll just keep gaining them until later when
I don't have anything to use it.
Statuary is so fucking amazing that you need to destroy it, and then I have all these.
I'm going to assume if you have a ton of treasures, you probably didn't need Statuary. It probably becomes just like a dead card in your hand.
My biggest thing. So here's some other things that work well with this card.
Oh, other artifacts?
Yes. Howling Mine.
Yeah.
I can tap the Howling Mine so no one else draws, and then it untaps on my upkeep. I am the only one that draws. I only have to pay 2 for Howling Mine.
How many cards are like that? Like 4 that are decent?
Winter Orb.
Yeah.
Static Orb.
Yep.
Trinisphere.
Yep.
Blink Moth Urn. Storage Matrix. All of those. I get the benefit of not being the downfall of all those.
Wouldn't you just rather play Urza?
No, what are we talking about Urza? Why are we talking about
Urza's just like there's better cards than Inspiring Statuary that just work.
I'm using those cards for my mana, and also at the same point, making it so that the other opponent is not reaping the benefits of all those things. What can yours do with that? Can yours do?
No, it can't. I would agree with that.
None of those I just named are legendary.
I would agree, but I could tap Urza to untap Unaworn Shaku to get more mana.
Because it's legendary.
Okay, yeah, right. So here's the thing: is like you're all like you have a legend. You're going to be playing that commander. So you'll always 3 mana for 2 is already a fairly good rate, right? Mm-hmm. And that's all you need to do. Just 3 for 2.
No, there was gonna be more to that.
Okay, we're just using this as like an example. Like, I can cast any spell that I need to. It can be instant. Correct. It can be a sorcery, just like yours, but it can also just be an artifact that can allow me to cast it like a legendary that untaps it some more.
But what we are talking, and we didn't do the explanation of this.
It doesn't matter,
but that's all right. So, but we are assuming with this deck is we have 1 spot left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, by what our cards are doing,
we are assuming that there's a shit ton of legends and a shit ton of artifacts that are casting.
Also, a shit ton of non-artifacts. So we have fucking 3 things happening all at once with this.
Yeah, that's our assumption.
So, that's our spot. That's left.
That's right there. What are you gonna choose?
To go back really quick on your equipment thing.
Yeah.
I can tap those equipment as well.
Yes,
I cannot do the planeswalkers. You are correct.
Or the enchantments or the artifact. Well, you could do the artifacts. All right. Wait, or the creatures.
I can tap them if they're artifacts.
And like I said, I can tap land to untap Shaku.
You're good. Wait.
I can tap
So
a Gaia's Cradle to untap the Shaku.
Makes sense. Just in case there's no creatures in play, you have that benefit.
Just
that
in case.
You just make Gaia's Cradle even better because when there's
so
no
many
creatures,
uses.
You make me laugh so hard I have to pee now. This sucks.
That's the problem with 2-hour episodes right there.
Yeah, it is.
No, I think I can't give my thoughts at this point. We'll talk about this next week, I guess. But I mean, Shaku's super good. It's so underplayed. It's under like 500 decks used on EDH Rec. It's insane how little that is used.
I was not. Oh man, I sound like an old man laughing.
Yeah,
I was not expecting you to go it's under 500 decks. I didn't even look up the amount of decks. That was brilliant. That was you got me.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
That
didn't help me, did it?
You
that
win.
Didn't help me.
You win. I think you win for that factor right there. Yeah.
I think it
don't
could be
really have much.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that. No, you go ahead. You had something else you wanted to say.
No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that one bit. I don't want to say that.
Oh man. I had it. You can use tokens. I already said the clue stuff. You're not going to use food. So token decks really work well with mine because like creature, like artifact stuff, token stuff, mirrors and different things like that aren't legendary.
The mirrors?
They're not legendary. Don't think about it.
I know, but like you're going to...
Who plays mirrors?
No one.
No one. But you have your there's servo tokens or ornithopter things and the flying.
No, totally sound confident when you say that.
I don't really need to be confident at this point because it's under 500 decks, so it's totally underplayed.
It's underplayed. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that people need to figure it out and get on the same page.
You know what you should have said is it was on curated MTG. So that's
how good you know it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a good point. All right,
we're good. All right, you guys can vote for either one of these two. You can check out YouTube on the community tab. You can check out Twitter. We have the voting going on there. And if you're a part of the Discord, you can vote there as well. You can vote all three places. Next week's winner will wear this little crown right here. If you're not watching, there's a nice crown. Watch it.